Welcome back to the episode of Tusk Tradition. I'm in my new office. Just kidding, I'm in my car. A lot of work going on. Worked during the game over the weekend, so missed a little bit of it. I'm working all this week, so I'm not at my apartment. So no desk video coming today, but be really quick. Just talk about the game, and then I probably won't get into this weekend just because, obvious reasons a little bit playing. But we're going to talk about the game. Disappointing. Felt really good where we were in the season. I didn't love, like I've said it so many times, we couldn't run the football, but I thought we could keep getting by. And obviously, we couldn't. So, finally, now being able to run the football caught up to us. Talking to my roommate about the game, and he mentioned to me, like, oh, we did all these horrible things, and we still only lost the game by 2. And I was like, yes. But to look at the other side, we were the home team. Great weather, home crowd, late November. So, crowd was juiced. We got them late in the season. There's no more, Florida State, first week, we lost. We got late in the season. We had been grooving. So, and we made all these mistakes because of how good of a defense they were. It wasn't, yes, some uncharacteristic mistakes, but a lot, like that forced fumble. Some of these things were just pressure in Ty's face. Like, they caused those mistakes because of how good of a defense they were. I was concerned about this game, and here we are. We lost, missed field goals. Didn't mention, but I'm not even going to talk about that. But, yeah, so that's the problem. And then Talty, blowing up on our long snapper. I thought initially, like I said, I was at work, so I didn't get to see all of it. But I thought initially when I saw that, I thought surely, in Talty's warm-up, he had a step where he had to stop and whatever. But it was a fluent kick. I'm not a kicker, but I don't know. I feel like those high snap, you got to ball down, spun laces. That kick's got to go through. We see all these kids making 30-yard field goals in college game day in the morning, and we're paying guys in NIL money to miss kicks on Saturdays. So, we got to make those kicks. I'm not saying that's why we lost. Football's a team game. Lose as a team, win as a team. But that doesn't help when we can't make those points right there when we have a chance to convert and we can't. So, made all the uncharacteristic mistakes, didn't force any on their half. We couldn't run the football. They were able to, neutralize our best part of our game with a pass attack by only having to send 3, 4 to get pressure to stop the run. So, if I'm anybody else, Oklahoma just gave you the blueprint how to beat Bama. You got to have some dudes up front. Not everyone has those same dudes. We're not going to play. I don't think there's a defense that will, can even remotely play the rest of the year. Let's even throw in playoffs that is going to be anywhere close to how good of a defense we played on Saturday. So that's good. That's encouraging. But in order for us to, really win, gonna have to run the football. And at this point in the season, I don't know if we have the X's and O's or to do it. With last drive we had 4th and 1, and we have to, get Caden Proctor in the backfield to draw eye candy to get it out wide and go. It's just frustrating. And guys, I think the actual, I don't want to say blame, but the thought process behind it has maybe shift from the O-line to maybe running backs to everyone play calling. I think everybody shares some blame in this. I didn't love how the game ended there with the managing the clock. We bled you just put yourself in a corner, and what ultimately happened. I know we lost on downs, but really we lost the time as well too. I didn't love the way we handled it. I thought it was too conservative. And Coach DeBoer's post-conference, he mentioned that wasn't the plan. It happened, and they were okay with it happening as it happened. So, I don't know. Hindsight's 20/20. If we drive down there, kick a field goal, well, maybe score a touchdown. I wouldn't say kick a field goal. We drive down there, and we win the football game. I'll say that. Then I'm not upset. We left no time for Oklahoma. So, hindsight is always going to be 20/20. I just thought during the game I didn't love it. Same thing kind of happened with South Carolina. We were driving down 8, and we had to score and get a 2-point conversion. In my mindset, it's hard enough to score from what I've seen from this offense. Now you're asking me to score and get the 2 with very minimal time left to leave yourself if something doesn't go your way. Luckily, against South Carolina, we scored both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. But it could have been differently, and that was what I was vocalizing to people around me watching that game when it was happening. So I was vocalizing it again. People at work were hearing that as we were trying to drive the clock down to Oklahoma, and it finally caught up to us. So we'll see what happens going forward. You get a tune-up game this weekend, and then you go to Auburn. Auburn is a night game. Everything's on the line. They have nothing to lose. They'll play for a bowl game, I think, hopefully, if they can beat Mercer. And it'll be a big-time matchup. I hate to lose, but it will be fun. The Iron Bowl will be fun. There's going to be a lot of energy behind it. It's going to be an insane crowd, Jordan Hare. It's going to be a good game. Football's all about that. In theory, you're in. I don't even want to say that because I've been thinking about some new scenarios that might keep us out. Them putting us at 10 last night behind Notre Dame, questionable. I might make a video about that later. I think I got enough I want to say about that. Make a video later. But yeah, I know it's gonna be a shorter video. I'm filming it on my phone, not a lot of storage. I'm sure it's gonna be vertical on YouTube. It's not the best, but I wanted to get on here and get on how I felt about the game, and then we'll touch more after this weekend and going into Auburn, and where we kind of stand in the playoffs, what we can see from the championship game, what scenarios, and whatever. We'll get into that next week. I'm going to be out a little bit more commission this week with work, but that's good. Roll Tide as always, still love Alabama, much the same. Nothing changes, but yeah, we got some work to do, and I don't really know. At this point, we'll just see how we fare versus Auburn at Auburn. That place is hard to play. Cursed ground is what people say. So we'll see, but that's going to wrap it up for this video. Sorry for the quick video, but I did want to get something out there. So yeah, Roll Tide, and I'll see you guys next week.